Hi, I'm Helen from Woolly Chic, and in this crochet tutorial you will learn how to do a double crochet stitch. That's a UK double crochet stitch, and with this stitch you could make something like this little cute owl purse. Now I'm going to show you how to make a UK double crochet stitch into a foundation chain. I've made 15 chain stitches and I've made them really loose so that I can show you where to put your hook. And I'm going to miss the first chain because that's going to give us a nice straight edge. And I'm going to go into the second chain and pick up the top loop, put my hook in, yarn around the hook, pull through the stitch, and I've got 2 loops on my hook. Then I'm going to go yarn around the hook and pull through both of those 2 loops, and that is a double crochet stitch. So let me show you that again. I'm putting my hook in, round the yarn, hook through the stitch. I've got 2 loops on my hook, yarn around the hook and slide it through both of those loops that's on the hook. Now a double crochet stitch is one of the key stitches in crochet. It's simple, compact, and can form a dense fabric, ideal for something like my owl purse. And it's abbreviated with the letters DC. In American crochet, you'll see that these stitches are called single crochet stitches, and their abbreviation is SC. But I'm showing you how to do a UK double crochet stitch. So I'm going to crochet to the end of the row, and hopefully I'll have 14 double crochet stitches. Now I started with a chain of 15 chain stitches, but remember I missed the first one to give a nice straight edge, and so if I crochet 1 in each of these chain stitches, I should have 14 double crochet stitches in the row. So I'm coming up to my last 2 stitches, and there we go, and this is my last stitch where I'm putting my hook in, round and pulling through a loop, and there I've got 2 loops on my hook, yarn around the hook, and I'm pulling through both those 2 loops. Now this is your slip knot, so you're not going to make a stitch into this tight slip knot. That isn't a stitch, it's just your initial loop that was on your hook. Right, let's count and see if I've got my 14 stitches. And you can count the stitches by counting the V's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yay, 14 stitches. Okay, so to begin the second row, you need to turn your work. You simply rotate your crochet clockwise halfway round so that your last stitch now becomes your first stitch. And we need to start with making a turning chain. And because we're doing a double crochet stitch, this is just 1 chain. Go round the hook and slide it through the loop that's on your hook for your turning chain, and this gives a nice straight edge to your work. Then we're going to go into the first stitch, which is this one here, underneath both parts of the stitch, so your hook goes underneath both parts of the V, yarn round the hook, slide it under the stitch, you've got 2 loops on your hook, yarn around the hook, pull through both of those loops. Again, you're going into the stitch so that the V lies on top of your hook, catch the yarn, pull it through the stitch, 2 loops on your hook, yarn around the hook, pull through both of those loops. Some crochet patterns might tell you to go into just the front loop and make your double crochet stitches into the front loop, or the back loop, which is this loop here. And that gives a particular design feature to the pattern. However, most patterns, if they don't specify a front or back loop double crochet stitch, mean that you should put your hook under both parts of that V of the stitch, yarn round the hook and pull it through, and then finish off the stitch by pulling through both of those 2 loops. And we'll continue to the end of the row. So I'm going to make the last few stitches on this row, and it's very important not to miss that very last stitch. Some people think, oh, that's my turn-in chain, but actually if we turn it towards us, we can see that it is actually a double crochet stitch, and you can see the V here. So we need to make sure that we put our hook into this last stitch and pull through so that we can have a nice straight rectangular piece of work and not a triangle. So let's count and see if we've got still 14 stitches. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 stitches on row 2. So again, I'm going to make the next row by turning my work and making my turning chain of 1 chain, and then working 1 double crochet stitch into each of these 14 double crochet stitches below. Now it should be quite easy to see where to put your hook, much easier than working into the foundation chain. And you just continue to make a double crochet stitch in each of these stitches all the way along to the end. I'm now going to crochet another 32 rows, and I'm going to make an owl purse. I won't film all 30 rows, but I will come back and show you when I've finished what the owl purse looks like. Okay. So I'm going to continue along this row 4, and I'll let you see when I've finished. Now I've come to the last stitch on the last row, and I need to fasten off. You might see it in patterns as cast off or break the yarn, but whichever way it's described in your pattern, you need to finish the row with a chain, pull up a big loop, and then at the top of the loop with your scissors, cut, and then you can pull the yarn away from the working ball that you've been working on, and then you pull the tail, and that becomes a knot and secures it into place. And this end you can then thread onto a wool needle. So you can use a double crochet stitch to join 2 pieces of crochet together, such as 2 granny squares, or in this case I have folded my crochet and to make a little purse, and I'm just putting my hook in through both parts of the fabric and under, yarn around the hook, pull through, yarn around the hook, pull through those 2 loops. I'm just finding any hole that I can at the end of each of the rows to put my hook and pull the yarn through. So I've crocheted both sides together. I'm just going to make the last stitch here. And again, I need to fasten off. So I'm not going to pull up a loop after my last double crochet stitch, because if I cut it now, my work would start to unravel. So I always finish with a chain, then pull up a big loop. Pull up a loop with my scissors, cut the top of the loop, and then pull away the yarn to make a nice knot. And there we go, I've crocheted both sides together, and it's all ready for a button to go into the middle. So here's my finished purse, and I hope you've enjoyed this video on how to do a UK double crochet stitch. If you would like to make an owl purse, then I have kits available on my Woolly Chic website, and details of how you can get hold of those are below.